Good morning, Beau. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy. Come here, Beau. Come on. Come on. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, Simba, what's happening? Where are you going? Whoa. Function truck. Parking brake out here. We've got it caged with these three bolts. Here we go. We'll take it out, put it on the back of my truck. Hopefully this thing's not. What is going on in here? Hi. Hi, Beau. How are ya? Have you guys been good? Huh? We settled down? Huh? We been good? We been good? Yeah? Simba, you getting some toys? Yeah. Well, now it's 10 a.m. on the dot. Back at Chase and Simba's house to pick up Beau. Had to leave her for the morning. Oh, you're back. We're doing a quick turnaround. Beau has not had her brunch yet, so we're going to snack her up right now and take her to the mountain. The time now is 10:48 a.m. Climate's 42 degrees. This is very suboptimal. We got large people here on the trail. We got a dog that just pulled in right before us. I got Beau under shock collar protocols and also on leash. The other issue is Dave suspects that Beau is getting to be in heat, which is going to be problematic because I have to leave her with somebody in a couple weeks for 5 nights. So none of this is optimal this morning, but we got to bag this summit for altitude training, and I'd be curious to see whether Beau's going to poop this late in the morning. Okay, we lost a little ground there. Let's go. I made it past the first little peak here. I can't get Beau to go any further. Come on, Beau. Let's roll. Come on. Okay. We're never coming out here again on a Sunday, that's for sure. It's just kind of difficult with all the other people. Well, we're making pretty good time. We're almost at the first fall summit. this has kind of been kind of a forced march, but it looks like we don't see any other dogs that made it up this far. We're hoping for clear sailing. We're almost there, Beau. Come on. I'm gonna try to beat Beau to the top. Actually, I think I might have made my move a little too early. Yeah, way too early. That was dumb. Beau, I let you win. Seriously. Well, another 680 feet. So it's going to be, what is it? 1,688 feet for the weekend. We only count the elevation gain. We don't count distance because this is altitude training. So 1,688 feet of prominence. That's Candy Mountain. So we calculated yesterday, Dave and Simba and Chase have done over 25,000 feet in the 6 weeks of the year. That's only counting dog walking. Dave also does running, so he's probably at 75,000 feet. For instance, he ran Candy Mountain 3 times yesterday for whatever reason. He's not even altitude training. We can finally see the parking lot down there.
Se ve, porque la mitad del tiempo no se ve ni mangos. Pues sí, a esta ciudad por algo le dicen la ciudad de las neblinas, porque sí, la mitad del tiempo se ve nada más gris. Pero está muy loco pensar que estamos durmiendo en una de las habitaciones de hotel más altas de...
Well, now it's 12:15. And the starving dog is finally going to get fed. We stopped at the, it's kind of a new carniceria that John and I went to last week. And did a little market research and got myself a breakfast burrito. It cost $12. And I got to thinking, holy cow, $12. It does come in this nice little bagged escabeche, which is very nice. I guess still trying to wrap our heads around it, but from 2021 through 2024 in the United States, we had over 25% inflation. So that's what you get. That's what turns an $8 burrito into $12. And that's the price we pay for Ukrainian freedom, $1.2 trillion for green energy. And also the American Recovery Act, which helped a lot of Americans after the pandemic, 1 year after the pandemic, when they needed help most. So we just got to get used to $12 burritos, I guess. But we don't really eat restaurant burritos that much, truth be told. We can make our own. Beau, are you really in heat? Beau's had quite a morning. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is a power nap.
Want to try another one? Ready? Go! 2 for 2, Samson. Okay, ready? Want an easier one? Hey. No, you can't just give up. Hey. Samson. Go. Go. That's too close.
Well, the power nap's over. Is highly productive. The exact same time and duration as yesterday. It's pretty remarkable how Beau can schedule herself so precisely. Seriously? Nicely done, Beau. Good girl. Such a acrobatic dog. Ah, hey, seriously? Seriously. It's not even close to dinner time, but we're cooking the carne asada just to get that over with. Would you like a little piece of carne? Right off the grill. Well, it's only 4 o'clock, which is actually our standard dinner time, but you're drooling. Our brunch was so late. I don't think I have another burrito in me, for sure. That's all there's the carne asada. It smells like a taqueria in here. So we're going to just go ahead and feed Beau to prevent her from starving, but it's going to be a long time coming to her next meal. I wonder if she's an estrus. I just found this in the cupboard amongst Beau's things. I was looking for her medicines. She's out of her medicines. It's a really interesting toy. It's like a ball and a pig at the same time. Let's not take that outside right now, okay? I can throw it from the couch. Seriously? Good morning, Beau. Good morning. Well, it's Monday morning, 23 February 2026. Time is 6:10 a.m. and the climate this morning is 40 degrees Fahrenheit. A little bit of rain. Not quite a wintry mix. It's just rain. We're out here with Beau this morning, starting the morning poop walk. Beau appears to be on a mission. A poop mission. Okay, I think she stopped. I can't even see her collar. There it is. Okay. She stopped moving there. That means, yeah, you can tell by the posture, perhaps. This is her first poop of the day in progress. Oh, I've been walking around. I can't find it. So maybe it wasn't poop. It's very strange. Huh. The main issue is that I like to inspect her morning poops for helpfulness. Yeah, I don't think... Okay, anyways. Huh. Well, we're about halfway through the wood section, past the location of the Mr. Skunk from last week. We're out here also looking for Rudy, who's known to do his poop walks out here in the mornings. So I'll be interested to see whether Rudy senses anything about Beau's supposed estrus. It'd be hard to tell with Rudy because he's always kind of Beau crazy each and every morning. But we'll keep an eye on it. Okay, we see a light coming yonder. And we see a green light up collar. That'd be Rudy and his handler, April. I'm curious. I think Edna's probably out here. She always enjoys seeing Beau in the morning. And she also enjoys seeing Rudy in the morning. It's always good to see Rudy in the morning. Right now, Beau's considering closing the distance, but she hasn't started that yet. The excitement is palpable. There she goes. She's making her move. Hey, Rudy, good morning. Good morning. I'm not really noticing any abnormal behavior from Rudy, but you're not gonna notice that, I guess. Yeah, the only real indication of Beau's supposed estrus was Simba. But I'm just not sure about Simba and the way his brain thinks. He has such a huge brain because he has such a huge head and a huge heart. But he's the only one that was really frisky these past couple weeks with Beau. Seriously? She was after something in there yonder. I thought maybe it would have been a coyote or a rabbit or something, but all was good. That was a Simba-like little run there into the brush. Interesting. It's probably covered in burrs now. Deal with that later. Hey, Beau, let's get you some more water, okay? I hope Rudy's okay. He always kind of takes a beating when he comes out here. That's probably, don't pee on that. That's from my pocket. Yeah, we were able to locate Beau's poop. It's in the bag. We'll give it to the poop fairy. Beau, seriously?
What's that? That's your...
Hey, Rudy. Whoa. Well, come on in. Beau, come on, Rudy. Rudy's been waiting for this for his whole life. Come on in.
Sometimes he has trouble jumping up.
Well, we're back at the coal face. The time is 7:50, and the climate is 42 degrees Fahrenheit. Beau is very confused. We're going to introduce Rudy to the fellas. Rudy. Allow me to introduce Rudy. Yeah, this is Rudy. Yeah, one of Beau's oldest friends. Don't pee on my bag. Ah! Looks like, yeah, Rudy found one of Beau's balls indoors. One of her indoor balls. I'm gonna check on the knuckleheads here. Look at Rudy. Beau, did you give Rudy a tour of the property here? We'll do that right now. It's a little windy. Oh, it looks like Rudy discovered the bucket of balls. Typically when we have Chase and Simba here, we put all balls away. Simba and Rudy are extremely ball orientated. It's gonna be a rough day for Rudy. You guys want to come in the office trailer for a little while? I don't know if Rudy will fit in Beau's bed. Actually, Chase does. So let's find out. Up. I heard some barking out here. All Rudy wants to do is play. What do you have in your mouth, Rudy? That's just another ball. Okay, you guys want to come in out of the climate? I do have to somewhat monitor Rudy because he is a guest dog under my care. Oh. You better send Beau downrange. Beau, you ready? Ready? Come on, Beau. Come on. Yeah, if you're willing to do this all day, Steve.
My shoulder will last that long.
Yeah, I know, my shoulder's permanently destroyed. I think we're going to teach Rudy some bad habits. Yeah, he don't seem like he's retrieving either. Well, I'm not sure if he ever did. Nice job, Rudy. Nice job, Beau. Well, it's snack time for the two knuckleheads. Rudy actually packed a little lunch. So we're going to see what's in there and kind of split it up between the two knuckleheads. Rudy's always in a state of extreme excitement. And Beau's not amused. So it looks like what Rudy packed was a bunch of steak, which obviously every dog would enjoy. One more for Rudy. Sorry, Beau, that was your pile. Yeah, now we're going to throw back some of these balls. Rudy's probably never seen so many balls in his life. We'll go to the far ones first. It's always good to see Rudy in the morning. We're going to see him most of the day. The Beau never runs back for the balls. Nice job, Rudy. And I've been watching Rudy. He basically is going for every single ball that I'm throwing back. Such a good dog. Okay, that is not a real retrieval. Looks like Beau's rubbing off on Rudy, ruining yet another dog. Nicely done. Yeah, my colleague noticed we have a situation. I'm trying to use my first quasi-dress shoes 20 years for a conference I got to go to in a couple weeks, but there's some dog poop out here I didn't see. That's the problem with having two dogs. An additional dog, I let my guard down. Normally, you know, I always know where Beau poops, but I must have stepped in Rudy's. That's one way to break in a shoe. Oh no. Yeah, a good portion of my life is locating poops, dog poops. But now we're on a serious mission. There's got to be a poop in an unusual location out here where I was collecting and throwing the chuck-up balls back in to the infield area. So now I have to retrace my exact steps somehow. Or, hey Rudy, where'd you poop? Do you remember? Or maybe another colleague will step in it and that would help me locate it. I walked down over here, I recall. I looked on the grass. I didn't see it on the grass neither. Another ball. Well, I haven't found it. There's a lot of rabbit poop, of course. But I would think that maybe Rudy would have used the lawn. Beau never poops on the lawn, of course. No clue. Very strange. I wouldn't want to poop up this close to the front area anyways. Huh. There's a lot of barking out here. I got to set up the hose again. We have 3 mats on the stairs and inside the office trailer. I need to spray off. I did some further investigation of the Rudy poop track that I caused. Beau, seriously? Oh, I got treats in my pocket. Hold on, guys. Let's go look a little more. I'm gonna have to probably walk the grounds in a grid pattern. Nice job, Rudy. That's pretty good. Okay, I didn't know we're gonna get a climate storm. I gotta get the dogs inside, even though I was provided with a towel for Rudy there. Come on, Beau.
Good. The dogs will get wet.
Yeah, I know. We still are getting a little bit of climate out here. But we're taking off. Got to leave a little bit early today to run an errand in the neighboring town. Looks like Rudy's going to go ahead and take that ball home with him. Loading out Rudy is not an easy feat. He'll learn it pretty good. Nice job, Beau. Come on, Rudy. Load up. Load up. I had to give him a little assist. There you go. We like to pride ourselves on concierge door-to-door service. Rudy lives 1 block off my route home. Hold up, Rudy. Hold on. You probably know that neighbor.
Oh my goodness, what's going on? Someone's been outside and wet. You're getting the... Oh yeah? Yeah. Hi Chase. Hi Simba.
Well, we're back home now. It's time for Beau's carne asada based dinner. And she skipped a whole day of medicines. It's her glucosamine. Well, we got another bottle. She had a pretty busy day. I anticipate quite a bit of time on the couch going forward this evening. It's either hot sauce. That doesn't look like blood, Beau. What is that? Huh. Interesting. Doesn't really appear to be. Okay. It's coming from Beau. I gotta check her paw pads and maybe her privates, but I gotta eat this burrito first. And I'm checking upstairs here in Beau's area for spotting. There is none. So I think just coincidentally, right when we got home is when it started. We're kind of on a 2-week clock before Beau's got to get watched by somebody for 5 days. But I think the timing is going to work for us. Good morning, Beau. Good morning. There's something out there. Here comes a bump. Well, it's Tuesday morning, 24 February 2026, 18 minutes after 6 a.m. and the climate is 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 100% humidity. We're out here with Beau this morning. We're gonna have her on a leash until we get a little further. We got a runner coming up. The concern now is Beau is an estrus, and we are a little bit concerned also about the coyotes and other creatures that might be out here that would mess with her because of her estrus related scent. Rudy was pretty much acting normal yesterday, so that's Rudy. It's always hard to tell. The first poop of the day is in the bag and in the bush, inadvertently. I thought I saw a skunk on the right. There's a dark object, but I think it's a bush. But more important, that's Rudy. Yeah. Hold up, Beau. Hey, Rudy. Good morning. How's it going? Good morning, my work buddy. Yeah, they never take power naps at work.
They didn't?
They don't, no. They just roam around.
Well, his day
Chase is the only one that ever naps if there's multiple dogs.
I didn't think we'd see you today.
Well, it's the first morning of the season that no headlamp. So as the days get longer and the climate changes again, there's less need for morning headlamps. That's literally the only benefit of the bad season, I guess. Now Edna wants to start coming out here at 4:30 a.m. We'll probably go ahead and do that until the ticks come. Then it's going to be back to Squirrel Alley. I almost forgot about that place.
And Rudy went.
It does not appear to be a whole lot of action from these two this morning. For whatever reason. Rudy did sleep like a dog last night. He could barely even take his dinner because he was so tired. I think we're gonna do it. Have Rudy visit Beau at work every Friday. It's a good day. As soon as she gets out of her estrus, I guess. Okay, Rudy just found himself a very small stick. Typical behavior. Yeah, Rudy's the type of dog that will walk through every mud puddle he encounters. He's got a lot of good qualities. That's one of them. Well, it's always good to see Rudy in the morning. Pretty mellow walk, but the important thing is Beau had a really strong poop. That's going to set her up nicely for the day. Well, we got somewhat of a late start this morning. I got to do some video file editing for a presentation I'm working on for work. I can't do that at work because I have Chinese software at home that I use. It's not allowed in the workplace. So we're feeding Beau a little early. She's enjoying carne asada, kibble, dog Cheez-Its, and her medicines. I also got to swap out my pants. I thought I stepped in poop again this morning, but I didn't. But when I was inspecting my shoes, I noticed I did get poop on the cuff. Probably from yesterday, truth be told. So I gotta make a change. Now we're back at the coal face. The time is 9:05 a.m. The climate's still 40 degrees Fahrenheit. We thought the start would have been a little later, but it's kind of efficient with that video editing. I was kind of targeting a 10 a.m. arrival. That would have been better. Let's start the work day, Beau. Come on. That's snack time for Beau. This is her snack. I've been sitting at my desk for several hours now and just checking on Beau. Might walk the yard real quick and check on some of the chuck-it balls that have been thrown. I'm 98% complete with my conference presentation I'm working on the past couple days. So we're going to take a quick micro break. Yeah, I just noticed that the climate has stopped. I'm looking, might be a better time to find that mystery poop from Rudy yesterday. It's out here somewheres. It should be more apparent now the ground is starting to dry out on us a little bit. These are Beau's footprints when she runs so fast. Like even these here too. It's pretty incredible. Yeah, I'd like to think this is one of the areas that Beau had showed Rudy yesterday. It's one of her digging areas. At one time a rabbit went through that pipe, I'm sure. It looks like she was limping a little bit after that run, but I don't see it now. There's a lot of hazards in the workplace that Beau does experience. Well, we have a rabbit situation. I wonder where Beau is. How's it I'm finding the rabbits and Beau's not? She has better eyesight, better smell. Interesting. Beau! But we got a rabbit over here. Ridiculous. Go on, little buddy. Get out of here. Go on. There he goes. Simba will be all over that rabbit. It's probably a good thing that Simba's not out here. Beau is so far off the mark. Some days I do worry about her skills as a dog. There she is. That's a fairly fresh poop, so we're gonna take care of that. There's a bird.
Oh my goodnesses, what's going on? Hi. Hello. Hi, Chase. Hi, Bubba's. Hi, Simba. You getting lots of toys? Yeah, you stuffing your face with all those toys? Yeah. Oh, that's a bunch. That's a bunch.
Okay, come up. That was very quick. She's in her bed and I just hopped on the couch. Yeah, Beau is ready. Seriously ready for couch time. Somebody doesn't want to go out in the rain. I don't blame her. Good morning, Beau. Good morning. Well, it's Wednesday morning, 25 February 2026. 6:10 a.m. and the climate is 36 degrees Fahrenheit. We're out here with Beau this morning, just starting our morning poop walk. We're going no light up collar this morning due to early morning oversight on my part. But we do have a little bit more light out here than yesterday because of the climate change. Looks to be that we're going to get a sunnier climate today. That's a lot of tumbleweeds. This little area looks to be man-made. There's a lot of debris, as you can see. piled up there. My guess is it's something to do with either the resident Californians, maybe even kids, but kids wouldn't really do something like that to my knowledge. It's interesting though. Yeah, Beau's quite a distance ahead. My hope is to catch up to her when she pauses for a poop pause, which is, yeah, it's just happening right now. The first poop of the day is in the bag. We're going through the Coyote Corner Diagonal. I'm trying to keep Beau a little close. I don't reckon there are any coyotes out this morning, but I have no basis for that reckoning. Just got to catch up to Rudy. Rudy will keep Beau safe. I think it's mostly rabbits that she's been running after in this vicinity in past days. Rudy must have laid down some kind of scent this morning because I'm losing Beau. Now she's off in the brush. Shoot. I don't think it was Rudy that she was following there scent-wise. I lost her. Okay, there she is on the path. I'll never know what she got up to there. It looks like Beau's down. Edna is giving her a belly rub for whatever reason. I guess it's the thing to do. Water break. Yeah, Edda didn't know I have a hand signal to keep the ladies from chit-chatting. She didn't realize what I've been doing these past several years. Okay, we gotta get a move on. That was a rabbit. I think. Could have been a little bird. I'll have to check the footage. Nice job, Beau! We've lost the plot. Rudy went off. There goes Beau. Probably got a burr in her butt. A butt burr. And now we lost Beau to the brush. That's definitely burr country. Yeah, my guess is rabbits is what they're after. Well, by this time it appears that dawn is broke, so we should be able to identify some of the hazardous features out here. I mean, those features meaning creatures. Porcupines, skunks, coyotes, deers, Californians, and their latrines. I mean, this is a great dog walking place, really, but with the exception of all those hazards. If I could do it all over again, I would have got a treadmill and trained Beau to be an indoor dog to keep her from the hazards of nature. There's no do-overs. Not with a dog like Beau. Beau's way back with the ladies. So me and Rudy are forging ahead. It's nice and peaceful this way, I guess. Beau, get that tail down. Beau, seriously. All right, let's move on. Beau, get that tail down. Yeah, she didn't exactly present her rump, but she did lift her tail. I don't like that action. Yeah, I'm holding something in my hand, a present from Beau for Edna. Enjoy. Yeah, I got Ryan and Supra standing in the middle of the field like a bunch of fools. Not that I can talk. I got a gentleman in an orange hat. I don't think it's the same gentleman from like 6 years ago that we used to run into out here. Beau thinks otherwise. So does Rudy. It could be. Although I heard he had a heart attack or something. Well, I'm back from my fitness journey. We're 18% towards our annual goal. It looks like Beau's been enjoying a nice solo power nap. Well, it's almost 9 a.m., which is pretty much Beau's brunch time. So since we're still at home, there's no reason Beau can't enjoy a nice hot meal with the carne asada topping. Look, she just drooled right before she started eating. The dog is always starving, and I try my best to keep her fed and plump. We're at the coal face. Time's around 9:15. And my colleague Steve is wandering around the grounds. So Beau's gonna go ahead and say hello. The time now is, excuse me, 1:15. A little late for Beau's midday snack. I'll put it right there on her paw. Beau does not seem to be amused. I'm gonna have to check on Beau. I always kind of look through the window to see what she's up to, but she hasn't been up too much today. You want to go find some rabbits? Oops. I'm not seeing any rabbits out this afternoon. Anyways. That's Badger Mountain right there. That's where we're headed. We're going to do a little bit of altitude training this afternoon. We're not going to beat the train. Shoot. It's all right. Whoa. Did you hear that, Beau? That's a big train. Well, here we are at the base of Badger Mountain. Gonna do a quick walk to the top. I couldn't find her shock collar, so there's not gonna be any electroshock therapy today. We do have to be mindful of other dogs. Beau's looking for rabbits. The time is 3:41. The climate is 51 degrees. I forgot to mention those items of interest. I'm gonna have to put her on a leash. Seriously? I'm not sure if Beau can sustain my pace. We just stopped for water break, but she's moving a little slow. We might have made a mistake coming out here. Actually, it might be the heat. 51 degrees is sort of excessive. I should have not ever taken her up here this afternoon. Yeah, I was yelling at Beau. She wants to go on the road. I was kind of on the scenic trail, but yeah. More water, Beau. Well, we've reached the first false summit. This is a ephemeral mountain lake. I'm going to call it the Summit Lake. So when Beau might take a dip to cool off from the climate. Maybe on the way back. Well, another 680 feet. That's our morning walk. Columbia Point, that area there. That's Chase and Simba's house right there. Well, we're back home now. Beau's getting triple her normal beef allotment. She was moving so slow coming down that hill. We might have overdone it. Also, my left Achilles is a little sore. I might have to change my shoes out. Maybe for some laced trail runners instead of my mountain slippers I've been wearing for the last 2 years. But at least my right Achilles seems strong. So, yeah. Anyways.